Live from the Icebox Studio in Montgomeryville, Pennsylvania. It's the Bill and Corey Show. I'm Bill.
And I'm Corey.
Yeah, welcome back to another great episode of the Bill and Corey Show. This is our 32nd live show.
Wow.
It's just zipping through.
It'll be like The Simpsons someday.
I don't think so. I'll be dead by then.
Okay.
But, first question is on our 3700 series regulator. It's that little guy right there. Question is, I was wondering if it would be possible to get a cut sheet with the flow curves for the 3700 series of regulators, specifically the 3701A model, which is what Corey's holding there.
So this is the 3700 regulator. They call these a pancake regulator, and it's not because they're fluffy. So this thing has a rubber diaphragm in it, correct? Rubber?
Yeah, rubber-type diaphragm.
Rubber-type diaphragm. So it is very responsive. So this flow is smooth. And so if you actually got a flow curve of this, it wouldn't be a curve.
Well,
it would be straight, right?
It would be a little bit of a curve.
Yeah.
It would start out and this one would just dip a little bit.
Just dip at the beginning and then just settle right in and go nice and smooth, and it'll just flow nicely for you. The model 3701A has their typical mass flow rate of 200 psig inlet. For a 3701A,
Inlet would be the same.
you know what I mean.
always do that.
I know, because I'm used to looking at it the other way, this way. You know, it just messes me up. So I gotta get the modeling, I gotta take some Price is Right modeling classes. I think, make sure I do it correctly.
Okay.
So the typical fast flow rate of 200 psig for the 3701A is a 5 SLPM. For nitrogen. The 3702 is 50 SLPM, and the 3703 is 65 SLPM. So these things flow decent amount.
Yeah, decent amounts, naturally, yeah.
But it's for low pressure stuff. So
Yeah,
this is not, you're not going to hook this up to a cylinder, so don't even think about it.
Oh, they had a question about, I think the customer had a question about a minimum flow rate.
A minimum flow rate? Yes, that was a follow-up question. And there really is no minimum flow rate for a regulator. Especially for one like this, because it's very responsive, so it doesn't take a lot. Perhaps with a steel diaphragm regulator, it'd take a little bit more flow to get that guy to go up, and it might be intermittent, but because of the rubber diaphragm of this one, it's going to be much more responsive.
Yeah, so if you set it for whatever your pressure range is, you're going to get, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get 5 liters a minute out of that thing. So, okay, this one's going to have some graphics for it.
Ooh.
And it's, do we have any spec info on this regulator, the 3300 regulator? Okay. Yeah, hold on a second. Sometimes we get the questions come in. Someone sends us a picture of some old regulator they have, and they want to get information on it. So it's kind of fun seeing these things. And this one is a 3300, and I was trying to think. Some of the regulators I kind of know because we've had questions on it before, but the 3300 is I'd never heard about that number before, so I had to go leaf through the catalogs and go
to the library, dust off the books.
Yeah, I had to dust them off.
Some microfiche?
No
microfiche.
No, these aren't microfiched yet. Okay. I don't know if you can get stuff microfiched.
I don't know. I mean.
But it's the 3300 regulator. We'll hopefully get the graphic up a little bit. The only place I found it was in our oldest catalog, picture catalog that we had was 1967. We pretty much have every catalog from 1967 up until we stopped printing catalog. So if you can put the, hopefully you can put on the 3300 photo up on the screen. So yeah, so that's that handsome boy there. It's a lecture bottle regulator. It's got an aluminum body, stainless steel diaphragm, stainless steel parts, and this has a 60 psi max delivery. Now, do you want to put up the 3300 catalog page? Okay, so I guess the catalog page is up, and so this is from the 1967 catalog. It's got some description on it, and you can get it, it's just 60 psi, and you can get it with or without an inlet gauge. Now in the 69 catalog, this disappeared.
Oh.
And Yeah,
Well, there's a mystery
and
afoot.
nobody around here was around here back in 1967.
Who done it, if you will?
Yeah, I know. Who done it? Why did it disappear? Was it? It could have been maybe the people we got it from stopped making the body. You know, we don't know. Maybe we decided we didn't like it, too expensive or something.
We weren't selling it. This is the one guy that
could,
bought it.
Yeah, it could be the one guy that bought it. That could be a really rare regulator.
Hold on to that.
It got replaced with the 3320 series. And we still carry the 3320 series. It's just changed a little bit over the years. But yeah, this is, you can still get a 3320. We're up to the B series, and I think it probably just really this is an A. I think the B is probably the same as the A. But yeah, this one is brass, and it's got a rubber type diaphragm on here. Great for non-corrosive gases. It's inexpensive. It works. If you got a lecture bottle, you know, it's small. You don't want to have a really big one there. Now the 3300 is that's aluminum with stainless steel, so that can kind of handle a little bit of corrosive stuff.
Yeah.
So, and it's got stainless steel diaphragm. So we've got our mini regs. Oh, I'm showing it backwards, just like you. This is actually a dual stage. I don't know why we do dual stage, but our mini regs are kind of this profile. So if you needed a higher purity than a brass, you would use this. And we've got the 3010 for corrosive. Oh, I was showing that. So I want you. Can you show the screen? Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry.
And we have a lecture
We'll
bottle.
get back to this. Is our 3320, and this is our 3570 series. But this is like that. That's a mini reg. I'll talk a little bit about. This is a lecture bottle.
I didn't know.
Now this is of course we talked about this before. Matheson developed. This is in the original lecture bottle. We developed
the first one.
we, not me, but
Bill's been around for a long time.
yeah, but not that long. So 1929 is when the lecture bottle came out. But in 1927,
I'm trying to think. Did it cause the stock market crash? Is that a coincidence or no?
I really don't know about that.
Yeah, 1929. That's a seminal year.
So if you want to look into that, go right ahead. So, you want to put up the really old catalog page?
Is it labeled really old catalog page?
It is labeled. I picked this off the Matheson gas.com website, and I think the label on it was old catalog.
Okay, nice.
So, yeah. So, but as you know, in 1927, Matheson Gas Products became the first company to offer a reliable source of high-quality scientific gases and equipment. So you can say that Matheson invented specialty gas.
We stand on the shoulders of giants, Bill.
Yes, we do. I don't know how tall they were, but
well, I mean,
we're giants. So that's enough. We spent way too much time on that question. The next question is coming up is on our GasTrak. Corey's going to handle this one, and it says, "This is our GasTrak." And it says, "Can the GasTrak be available with a delivery pressure of 15 psi max pressure?" Now, this is intended for use as a line regulator.
It's a point of use.
Point of use regulator.
And then this guy will swivel. Look at that.
Yeah, so the inlet's there, and that'll swivel, so you can
point it in any direction.
Up or down.
Probably not backwards, but you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
Coming through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is what that is, and the short answer is no, you cannot. So this regulator right here is a special regulator. As most regulators have 2 low ports and 2 high ports, this one has 1 high port coming in right here with the swivel, and 3 low ports. 1, 2, 3. And so that makes it so that you can get the gauge coming out of the top of this.
And the outlet coming out of the bottom.
And so that's true, yeah, because usually you can never have this setup. It's either over here and down here, or So this regulator is for 30 psig. However, it's a 50 psig regulator going down to 30 psig. So to bring a 30 psig regulator down to 15 psig would really make it wonky, and like you just touch
just a tiny little
thing. However, we do have regulators that we could put in this spot. However, you'd have to have the gauge coming out that could get the 15 psig out. It'll just look different because the port will be high up here as well, so you'd have to have it coming
Yeah,
out.
you'd have an elbow come out here. And
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
face sit
yeah,
out here.
yeah.
So it wouldn't look as cool.
Yeah, we could put another swivel elbow if you want too, so you can put the
the gauge upside
the
down.
upside down if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be pointing through the back.
put them to the back, so
you
we
can
can
read it from the back if you want to do that.
So yes, we can't do it with this configuration, but we could make one up for you if you need it.
Oh, we have done that. We've
Yeah.
done maybe not exactly that one. I was trying to look to find if we did one that way, but we've done other regulators like this, and we've had to configure the gauge somewhere else because it's a nice bracket to mount on the wall. It's got a nice little outlet fitting for your lab.
And this comes in different sizes, whichever one you want.
Yeah, typically 1/4 inch. We can do 1/8, 3/8, half.
Great for labs. Great for labs.
We've done quick connects on the bottom there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't have to do the ones that we normally do. You can get any connection that we have down there if you really want. So.
All sorts of things. Okay, and the last question. Hopefully, I can pronounce this all right. This is a tough one. We want to purchase a regulator for sulfur chloride pentafluoride, or you could call it sulfur chloropentafluoride. But we don't know what type of regulator we can choose. Please give us some suggestions. This is really hard to find information on this. It is a highly toxic gas. Couldn't find any information if it's corrosive or not. I'm guessing it's not corrosive. But with toxic gases, we suggest using the 3610A series regulator. It's got it's called a tied diaphragm. The diaphragm's tied to the valve of the regulator. It gives you a more positive closure of the regulator. So yeah, for toxic, we suggest something like this, a 3610A series. If it's a mix, you could probably get away with a stainless steel bar stock regulator, the 3510A or the 3810A.
Yeah, depending on what parts per million of whatever mix you possibly have, it might be
So that's what we suggest there. So that's all the questions we're going to cover for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Please tune in again next week at 10 a.m. for another episode of the Bill and Corey Show.
Set your VCRs.